Basically, you have the two nuts. You want to loosen them.
And this is how you tighten the chain?
Yeah, how to tighten the chain or loosen it. But you have to loosen these two nuts. Then the center here, there's a screw. And you just, like, say if I loosen the screw, see how loose the chain is?
Right.
But when the chain's real loose, you always want to look and make sure it's on the sprocket right.
Okay.
Because sometimes they can come off the sprocket and get between the washer, and it'll pull everything apart.
Okay, gotcha.
But yeah, so basically you just turn screwdriver until
And it gets looser as it heats up, right?
yeah, and every time you run it or pinch it, or if you're trying to force it or anything, it'll. So then the main thing is what I'll do is I'll snug these up, and then the chain should just come out of the bottom teeth should just barely come out of the bar like that. That's right where you want it. Because yeah, if you run it with a chain loose, it can burn the clutch up and stuff.
Ah, gotcha.
And I noticed it looked like it was starting to turn a little purple, but not real bad. But
Sure.
I took everything apart and cleaned it out real good.
So if I'm doing a lot of work, like for an hour or something, it gets really hot. I basically need to have one of those tools on hand so I can be ready to tighten
I would
it when I need to.
take one with you all the time. Do you have one in your?
I don't, actually.
Here, just take this one.
Are you serious? Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. Appreciate that.
Take that one and just leave it with it, because a lot of times when you're cutting, it's gonna come loose, and when you cut with a loose chain, it can cause a lot of problems, like bad on the sprocket and stuff. And like what I did is I flipped your bar upside down, see how much it was wearing. So usually, like every year or two, it doesn't hurt to just flip it the other way, just so it doesn't all wear on the bottom. But yeah, so
cool. Well, thanks, sir. Appreciate your help.
yeah, no problem.